Hi, hello, my name's Than, short for Nathaniel. So today, I'm going to be reviewing the Espoir Pro Tailor Bee Glow Foundation Stick, sort of as a continuation of my last review of the cushion version. And then I also have a couple of Victoria Beckham's new Cheeky Posh blush sticks and the Posh gloss as well, so very excited. You probably already know that I'm a pretty big Victoria Beckham beauty fan. I have almost all of her Kajal liners. They're like my favorite, and yeah, I use them so much. I mean, a lot of them are sort of, you can see they're at a bunch of different legs, but. So I imagine I'll be doing like a Victoria Beckham smoky eye as well, because I love doing those. I'm just gonna prime a little bit with the Jung Mool skin setting tone correcting base, the Cica Care version, which is green. This just adds a little bit of a glow. It's not necessarily hydrating. It's just sort of a wash of green. Helps a little bit with evening out. It's not drying. Okay, so here's the stick. I do really like the packaging. It's plastic, but it doesn't feel like cheap, you know? It feels decent, it does. Initial thoughts is I feel like I got the same amount of coverage with one layer over my face as I did with two in the cushion version. Usually creams have a little bit more coverage. Super easy to blend out and has a very skin-like texture. A little bit more glowy than the cushion, I feel. Just slightly. I'm gonna try building it in the center of my face and under the eyes, sort of like a concealer. It looks really nice under the eyes. I feel like it's enough coverage to sort of work as a concealer, you know, just packing it on right under here, or just, you know, building it under the eyes. I'm just gonna take a little bit of the Gucci powder on my sponge. Gonna do a little bit of a bronzer situation with Biscuit from Westman Atelier. This is the Face Trace Contour Stick. So I think it looks good. Overall, a tad bit heavier feeling. I think it's just slightly more visible on the skin than the cushion, but again, this does have more coverage, so. And I feel like the glow on this one is definitely a little bit more apparent. I mean, I did add powder all over the face when I was doing my cushion review, so. Okay, so the Cheeky Posh blushes, I'm so excited for these. I sort of played around with them when they came in the mail, but, you know, just sort of looking at the colors. So here's what the component looks like. It's her signature tortoise shell packaging. Feels very luxe and nice. There is a slight sort of rattle, which I'm not crazy about, but overall it feels luxe enough that I can, you know, overlook this slight rattling. But I have two shades, Roller Skate and Knickers. Knickers is more of like a peach, Roller Skate is more of like a bright coral. And here they are swatched. On the bottom is Knickers and on the top is Roller Skate. And here's them sort of mixed together. So I'm gonna start with Knickers and then build Roller Skate on top. And we'll see how that goes, because I figure, you know, start with the more muted. Yeah, this is definitely like a peach. It's reminding me a lot of the Baby Sun Flush tint from Simi Haze. This is maybe a tad brighter, of course more pigmented in a cream formulation. Something I'm noticing already, just from swatching on my hands and applying it, is, I feel like this is a formula that you would actually run through and use. There's 5 grams of product in here, which is about half of what you would normally get in a cream stick. Like the nude sticks have about 8, I believe. So nude sticks has 7 grams. This Anastasia one has 8. M Cosmetics has 8. The EVO sticks have 9. Where did I try that was like 10? Oh, maybe the Mario. Let me check the Mario. Yeah, Makeup by Mario has 10.5 grams. This is the largest one I have, I believe. And the Victoria Beckham is the most expensive out of all of those. So yeah, it's definitely more of your, you know, luxury product. But what I was saying about going through it quickly, not only do you get less, but I could, like, rubbing it into my skin, I could physically see the stick getting smaller and smaller with each swipe. So I'm not sure if that's, maybe it just, you know, the whole component itself getting, you know, as you're putting pressure on it, being pushed into the, you know what I mean? Like the actual stick being pushed in, or if that's like the product, just like, you know, you're going through the product. So I don't know, maybe I should test that really quickly. I know I haven't even blended it in yet, but I just want to see if I'm just like pushing it. Okay, so yeah, it is that. It is that. That's good to know though. So when you press on it, it like twists back in. So that's good. So maybe you're not gonna run through this as fast as I thought, but that's just an observation I had, okay? I thought literally like it was just a product was just being like diminished before my eyes, you know? Okay, let's blend this in. I'm just gonna start with my fingers and see, and then we'll probably go over the sponge and just test how that goes. But it has a really nice, smooth, creamy texture. It's blending in really seamlessly. It does feel like a very luxurious cream. It's smooth, but doesn't feel like silicone-y. More of like a plush texture. Not as thick as, say, doesn't feel as thick and emollient as the rose ink. These have a very plush texture as well, but they feel richer. Feels very soft. Similar texture to the So Soft sticks from M. M feels like a little bit more silicone-y, slippy. Let me see with the EVO how that is. Maybe most similar to this EVO stick, but this is as well as a little thicker, I feel. I know we're sort of doing on-the-fly comparisons instead of saving it like towards the end, but I'm just sort of going through the thoughts as they're coming to me, you feel. But I feel like it looks nice. I wish it was a little bit more pink. I might have to pick up the one shade, I think it's called Major. That's more of like a cooler pink. Anyways, let's add Roller Skate on top. This is right up my alley. I mean, every shade of blush is right up my alley, but I feel like this, I don't know, I just really like bright pops. This shade is definitely much more pigmented. I don't really know how I feel about bringing my blush in closer. Like, I just don't know. I feel like I like the look, but maybe I'll just add a touch of foundation just to pull it back. I would say it has a slight blurring quality. It's not matte, but it's sort of smoothing over texture on my cheeks, which I find a lot of cream blushes do that, you know, unless it has a little bit of shimmer in it. Overall, I just feel like pretty fresh. I'm gonna apply a little bit of Dance Card. I think we'll go with a brighter lip, just because the blush is so much is pretty bright. I'm gonna use the Weiss Brow Gel. this is what I can't stand about this brow gel look. Like, why? Like, why? Why does it do that? I don't understand. Anyways, let's just do some fun bright blue eyes. I'm taking the Navy Noir liner from Victoria. I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit. So with these, this is exactly how I do it every time pretty much. I'll do a little bit in my waterline, a little bit above. I just smudge it out with my fingers. And then I'll take like a dense, teeny tiny brush, you know, like a dense pencil like this, or more of like a shader like this. And I just start blending it. The thing with these is they're super creamy and they sort of like melt when you use them. So you do have to sharpen them often. So if you're someone that wants to use one of these like every day, I feel like you may run through them pretty quickly. But I always just go back in and build the color at the root of the lashes. And I know it looks a little bit messy right now, but once we start adding like another matte, and don't worry, this is just sort of like I use these liners like a base for a smoky look, essentially. And it's all about layering and working just like as you go, you know, in sections. Just be careful when you're blending it with your fingers that you're wiping off your fingers, because you don't want to accidentally touch your face and get whatever liner it is all over, because I've done that many times. Practically every time I use them, I get them all over my face because I always blend it with my fingers a little first. But now that we're here, what I'm gonna do, I love pairing these together. This is the Nabla Cutie palette in Midnight. I love this palette. And so I'll start by taking this Air color, which is this super light blue. I'm just gonna start with a fluffy blender. This is the Rougher 27. I'm taking this other pencil brush. This is the Rougher 26 into Airy. I'm gonna take a little bit of this matte navy called Blue Hour. But now I'm taking my finger, I'm going into Sapphire. I'm mixing a little bit of Blue Hour with Air. Define here a little bit. I need to figure out what I want to put in the inner corner. I think what I'm gonna do is use this Dior highlighter. And I'm just gonna take it on the Worker Pro. I'm adding a smidge more roller skate. Just a smidge. I'm taking the Pat McGrath Under Eye Powder. Mascara, I'm gonna use the Lancome Lash Idole. Anyways, this gloss. So I tried this already, so you may see on the doe foot, there's a little bit of like pink residue from the lip tint that I tried this over when I first got it. This isn't necessarily a super gloopy feeling gloss. Clear bottle, clear gloss, and then it is glass. And then the wand does have the tortoise on it. So this gloss feels really nice. Over bare lips, I feel like it feels a little sticky, but when it's on top of like a lipstick or a different lip product, it feels a little bit smoother for some reason. I don't know what that's about, but I did try it on my bare lips and then I tried it on top of something else when I first got this. So it's not like the new sort of lip balm lip like gloss formula, you know what I mean, like the Rare Beauty or this Bare Minerals one. It doesn't have that sort of like glassy texture. Like it does feel more like a traditional gloss in that sense. Another thing is that I was noticing is you can see the little hair fibers from the wand sort of not floating because it's like a thick gloss, you know? I'm gonna add the highlighter to the rest of my face now. And this is in Pearlescent Glow, by the way. Same one that I used on my eyes as well. Okay, so let's zoom in and then go over my final thoughts. I'm not sure if it's still daylight outside. Probably not. But I'll check, and if so, there will be a daylight test, but I doubt it. Anyways. Okay, so my final thoughts. Originally I thought I was gonna like the stick more than the cushion, but I think actually I prefer the cushion. I don't know, like this definitely has more coverage, but I think even with 2 layers of the other cushion, it built up and looked less makeup-y than this. I mean, this doesn't look makeup-y necessarily. It just looks a little bit heavier on my lip and my chin, and under my eyes it looks a little bit drier than the cushion version. I feel like if I used a separate concealer and used that to build the coverage in the center of my face instead of just keep adding more and more of this stick, I think I just used too much of this, to be honest. So I'm not fully discounting this, but from this review at least, I do prefer the cushion, but we'll see. I'll probably use this again in a future video and just use less, and we'll see how it goes. These cushions, I don't know. They're really like blowing me away. Okay, so the Posh, Cheeky Posh blushes. I did a bunch of comparisons already. So kind of what I was saying before is I do think these are a unique formula. But when it comes down to it, I don't know, it's very slight differences between all these sticks. Like, I think you really just have to go with, you know, the shades that look most interesting to you, the price point. Like in terms of size, this is the largest and you get the most product, 10.5 grams. This you only get 5 grams and it, you know, it's noticeably smaller. Not like either of these would really take up too much room in like a bag or something, but this you could just sort of slip in your pocket. Like I thought I was just gonna eat through these really quickly before when I was applying them, but it was just the actual like cream stick being twisted back into the thing. So, you know, I would imagine that you would go through it the same rate as any other cream blush. I mean, I've never went through even one single blush period. So I mean, I'm not really worried about the amount of product, you know, more so the quality. And I definitely would say that Victoria's formula is nicer than Mario's. Again, it's all just slight differences between all of them, but I would recommend them. I think they're nice. I may pick up another shade in the future, the major shade, because it's a little bit more cool toned. Oh my god, I didn't compare it to the Jones Road stick. Okay, one last comparison. Totally forgot about this. I think this is probably the most unique stick blush that I have because it's so sheer and so dewy and glowy. I would definitely say it's more unique than the Victoria Beckham. However, the packaging is just like worlds apart. I mean, we all remember this. A literal hole in the bottom of this that's just covered with a sticker. Like, I don't know. That just sort of just, like, it's a really nice formula. I really do like the formula. It's just the packaging just doesn't feel nice, you know? You do get 9 grams in this, so that is a lot of product compared to this one. Both similarly priced. I really do think though with Victoria Beckham, I mean, I feel like you're not just paying for the packaging and the name. I do feel like her formulas are really high quality. So I think it's a combination of all of it, honestly. And this gloss, it's nice. The packaging's nice. You know, it feels nice. But it is sort of just like a basic gloss. Like, it's literally a clear gloss. I mean, that's pretty much sums it up. It's not like sticky, but it's not necessarily the most smooth and glossy. I just think I would like the gloss a little bit more if it was, you know, slightly thinner. Okay, that's all. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow my Instagram, Prettier Than Graham. Follow me on Newness so you're notified every single time that I'm doing a live stream. Let me know if you're gonna get any of these blushes or the lip gloss, what your thoughts are, or what your favorite cream stick blush is that you've tried. Goodbye.